It is 9 p.m. on the dot. Good evening this Saturday, the 16th day of March 2024. Thank you for choosing Hope TV, where you look and live. Welcome to Newswatch. I'm Tess Njenga. Let's take a look at the day's news. President William Ruto has assured Kenyans that the economy has bounced back and the country is set for better times. The president, who was in Bomet, noted that despite tough economic times, the government remained steadfast in making the right decisions for the country, decisions he said have paid off. He cited the recent strengthening of the Kenya shilling against the dollar and the resolution of the €2 billion Eurobond, as Nelius Wanjiru reports.
In his development tour in Bomet County, President William Ruto has assured Kenyans that the economy has bounced back and the country is set for better economic times. He cited the recent strengthening of the Kenya shillings against the dollar and the resolution of the €2 billion Eurobond. President Ruto made the remarks when he launched the construction of the Longisa, Sigor, Chebunyo, Chongong, Sigor roads in Tebalungu constituency, Bomet County.
Sini kweli? Vile tuko na barabara zingine ambazo zimekwama hapa Bomet. Kama ile ya daraja 6 kwenda kule Siongiroi. Kupitia Chebole. Hiyo barabara imeharibika. Na nishamwambia waziri hiyo barabara turudie tena tutengeneze. Barabara zile zingine za kule Konoin vile zimeharibika. Pia hizo barabara zote tutarudia. Ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba tuko na usafiri ya kutosha. Mimi nataka nishukuru wabunge wako hapa. Katika mpango yetu, sisi tunataka sasa mwaka huu tuweke bilioni 100 ya kutengeneza hizi barabara zetu katika Kenya, kwa sababu barabara ni ya muhimu kwa usafiri, kwa mambo ya uchumi, kusaidia wananchi kufikisha mazao yao sokoni, na tuhakikisha kwamba tunazalisha mambo ya uchumi ya taifa letu la Kenya.
The head of state said Parliament has passed the Affordable Housing Bill and he will sign it into law and pave the way for the implementation of the Affordable Housing Program. On the last mile electricity program, President Ruto said the government has set aside Kenya shillings 49 billion to connect power to households across the country. In Bomet County, he said 12,000 households will be connected to electricity by the end of the year. The president announced that the government is building a new power line from Narok and Bomet to Western and Nyanza regions to eliminate power disruptions. The enactment of the universal health coverage regulations, the president explained, will ensure no Kenyans struggle to pay medical bills.
Tumekubaliana ya kwamba hatutaki mtu tena auze shamba, auze ng'ombe, auze mali ati anaenda kulipa bili ya hospitali. Tunataka bili ya hospitali ilipwe na bima ambayo inasimamiwa na serikali ya Kenya. Tunaelewana jameni? Tumesema ile nyinyi watu ambao mnalipa shilingi 500 na mapato yenu iko chini, tutawapunguzia ikuje 300. Na wewe hasla ambaye huna kabisa uwezo ya kulipa hata hiyo 300, tutakulipia kama serikali ya Kenya. Lakini wewe kama uko na uwezo usijifanye ati huko hauna uwezo. Tunajua, tutapima vizuri. Ama namna gani? So yule ambaye hana uwezo tutamlipia.
On his part, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua said when the Kenya Kwanza administration assumed office in the year 2022, Kenya was burdened with 9.8 trillion debt, adding that this posed a threat to the country's economic stability. However, under President Ruto's leadership, the government has successfully steered the country away from the debt crisis and paved the way for economic transformation.
Unajua rais aliingia pale akakuta matatizo mengi. Akakuta madeni mlolongo, deni ya 9.8 trillion. Mnajua trillion? Iko ingine ilikuwa inaitwa Eurobond, mnyama. Amelipa juzi. Sasa amepanga kazi, amepanga, imenyoroka, ako sasa hapa kusukuma maendeleo. Asukume mambo ya barabara, asukume mambo ya maji na kila kitu. Hata nyinyi lazima muonje, si ndio? Kwani mlikuwa mnapiga kura tu bure? Si lazima muonje? Wakati ya kuonja ni saa hii ama si saa hii? Mnataka muonje? So sisi tumekuja hapa na rais, tulikuwa Kericho, na sasa ni kazi ambayo inaendelea, na mimi nikiwa pale na timu yetu ni kumsaidia, kumkinga, kumulinda, na yeye atuongoze akiwa mbele.
Infrastructure Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok, Majority Leaders Kimani Ichung'wah of the National Assembly and Aaron Cheriot of the Senate, MPs and MCAs were present. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, my name is Nelias Wanjiru.
Elias Wanjiru for that report. Azimio Principal Raila Odinga has received a major boost in his bid for the position of chairperson of the African Union Commission, AUC. This is after the African Union Executive Council on Friday unanimously agreed it is the turn of the Eastern Africa region to produce candidates for the position. The decision was made during the 22nd extraordinary session of the Executive Council of the AU in accordance with the statute of the AU Commission. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has described it as a major breakthrough for the East African region to present candidates for the post, noting that it clears the way for Raila Odinga to be in the race for the AU Commission chairperson. The road to recognizing women making positive impacts in the society formally kicked off on Friday night with the launch of the East Africa Women of Excellence Awards. The award by the Beacon of Hope BH Media Agency in collaboration with Hope Media seeks to honor the top women in corporate and business across East Africa who have demonstrated exceptional leadership, innovation, and impact on their respective industries. Dickens Luvanda attended the launch and filed for us the following report.
In a period of 2 months from now, various women nominees will be rallying their fans and supporters in an effort to secure victory in the East Africa Women of Excellence Awards in an event that was officially launched by CITAM presiding Bishop Callisto Odede on Friday.
Flora Mutahi, founder, CEO, Melvin's Tea. Carol Karuga, CEO, Kenya Private Sector Alliance, KEPSA. Annette Kimitei, MD, Senaka East Africa Limited. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen.
First of its kind in Kenya, the East Africa Women of Excellence Awards is an initiative by the Beacon of Hope BH Media in partnership with the Hope Media Kenya, the media arm of the Crisis the Answer Ministry system that seeks to honor the top women in corporate and business who have demonstrated exceptional leadership, innovation, and impact on their respective industries across East Africa. The primary objective of the East Africa Women of Excellence Awards, according to the BH Media co-founder Edgar Meshak and also the head of media at Hope Media Dismas Makanda, is to recognize and celebrate the exceptional achievements, leadership, and contributions of women in various fields, including business, politics, education, arts, and social activism.
Came up with the name East Africa is, as you've noticed, the conversations around our nations and our neighbors are leaning towards a more of a regional conversation rather than just a country conversation. So we are positioning this event to spur conversations, not just in Kenya, but across East Africa. And this journey began with a profound acknowledgement and a recognition that women who are seated before me, honorable, wonderful women, are not just merely contributors, but architects of East Africa history. Let's appreciate, gentlemen, let's appreciate all the women in the house tonight. So the origin and the ideation of this great idea looked at the pivotal role that women play, because as you all know, Africa's narrative is woven with a thread of courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment embodied by women across Africa. Women in particular have been silent architects in bringing about development, sacrificing and going above and beyond, but their efforts are rarely recognized.
Today's event is just unveiling the nominees, but as we move forward, we want to be deliberate and to be able to cause a change in the spheres we operate as women. And therefore, I want to call on us that you have a platform where you can push your agenda. Can you imagine out of the 26 million, we had only 10% of women and people whose lives have been transformed because they believe that God can use any person regardless of the gender. I was reading a story of one of renowned motivational speaker called Nick, the guy who does not have legs and arms. How many know that gentleman? He was in the country recently and we were privileged to host him in our station. And when I looked at that gentleman who has spoken across the globe to many people, if the mother said this is a gentleman without legs and without hands, like we do in Kenya, and hide this person somewhere in a village, what would have happened? So when I see that gentleman, I see the power of a woman. A woman who stood and said, I'm not looking at the legs, I'm not looking at the arms, I'm looking at the potential that is inside. That's the power God has given to women.
With a total of 23 categories to choose from, a number of women competitors from government and public service, in the private sector, media industry, energy sector, sports, pastorship, aviation, among others, the minds behind the awards seek to promote gender equality and inclusion, inspiration and empowerment, community and network building, and amplifying positive impact.
God, in his own wisdom, has fashioned women in such a way that they can create something out of nothing. I think this is the space where women partner with God most, creating something out of nothing. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. A very basic example is that a woman will take very minimal ingredients in her kitchen and make a delicious meal out of that, out of those few ingredients. On the contrary, a man will stand in front of a packed refrigerator, look inside and say, there is no food. And there is so much in there, but a woman doesn't need that much. She just needs very little to be able to achieve great things. That's the way God has wired us.
My sisters who are here, let's work together, not only to think about we women alone, we are forgetting our positions also as women. We have something that nobody have. We have more things that God gave us to support men and to support boys. Let's work together.
Amen.
For the peace of the country.
While voters are required to visit the East African Women of Excellence Awards website so as to vote for their preferred nominees, the awards will culminate into a final awarding gala where top finalists will be feted.
And Mogore Njendo Architects Association of Kenya. In the next category, Healthcare Trailblazer of the Year. And the nominees are Dr.
Deacon Sulvanda, Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Deacon Slivanda, for that report. Chief Justice Martha Koome was on Friday night feted with the African Female Leader of the Year Award 2023 at a ceremony held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The prestigious award is in recognition of her trailblazing leadership as the first female Chief Justice of Kenya and her accomplishments in improving access to justice, promoting gender equality within the legal system, and advancing judicial reforms in Kenya. In her acceptance speech, CJ Koome emphasized that the honor was not solely for her individual achievement, but also symbolized the collective dedication and resilience of individuals striving for excellence throughout the continent. The Chief Justice at the same time stressed the importance of rededicating efforts to Africa's development, fostering a culture of excellence, and establishing systems and institutions that serve the interests of all. Now, Bumula Member of Parliament Wamboka Wanami now claims that his life is in danger. Wamboka says that he continues to receive threats from some individuals in government following his comments when President William Ruto visited Nzoia Sugar Factory on his recent visit to Bungoma. The Azimio lawmaker addressed residents in Bumula during the launch of a 52 million shillings NGCDF, where he said the Kenya Kwanza government has continued to burden citizens with high taxes.
Wamenitishia sana kwa mambo mingi. Sema, Wamboka will deal with you. Wamboka, sema sawa. Kama ni kwa sababu ya watu wangu, mimi sitakosa kukosoa serikali. Na mimi situkani mtu. Kwa siasa yangu mimi sijawahi kutukana mtu. Rais Ruto ni rafiki yangu. Nimetembea na yeye sana. I wish him well. But I must protect the interests of my people. Na mimi kama kuna mtu anafikiria atatisha mimi ni wacha, ndio nitakuwa mbaya zaidi. Watu wangu, niendelee ama nisiendelee?
Well, on that note, let us take a short break on Newswatch tonight. Don't go away, we have more coming up.
To get Wewe ni Mungu by Evelyn Wanjiru as your Skiza tune, SMS the word Skiza 88300028 and send to 811. Hope Skiza, spreading the hope.
In order to keep hope alive in the airwaves, Hope Media has a couple of initiatives. Friends of Hope. Friends of Hope is you and I forming a team of well-wishers and volunteers who give in cash and kind to support in spreading the gospel at Hope Media. Currently, Hope Media is running a campaign under Friends of Hope dubbed 100 for 1. Through the campaign, Hope Media is asking Hope FM and Hope TV listeners and viewers to give just 100 shillings in order to reach one more soul with the message of hope and the gospel. Engage with us on our social media platforms at Hope FM Live and at Hope TV Kenya. Kuwa rafiki mso leo.
Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the channel that brings you hope, entertainment, and inspiration. We value you and would like to serve you better. Talk to us by scanning this QR code on your screen or go to our social media page at Hope TV Kenya and click on the survey link by the name Hope TV Survey. It will just take a few minutes but means the world to us. We value your feedback. Hope TV, look and live.
Hope TV is where you look and live, with an excellent selection of the best Christian programming consisting of local and international content of inspirational stories, talk shows, Bible commentary, youth, health shows, children entertainment, contemporary gospel music, extended times of worship, live broadcast, news, movies, drama, Christian ministry programs, and so much more. Hope TV is another quality service from Christ is the Answer Ministries with over 45% of authentic and credible local content every week. Hope TV is a sister station to Hope FM, Kenya's leading Christian radio station with footprints across the country. Tune in to Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back. Following increased cases of sexual assaults being witnessed in the country, members of the clergy have blamed parents for failure to offer guidance and being poor role models to their children. Speaking during a Thanksgiving ceremony at Thika Administration Police Chapel today, the clergy has called on the parents to be responsible in bringing up their children as well as being role models to them. Our reporter Nicholas Kivite has more details.
Led by Bishop Dr. Kipkoech Kibet, the administration police chaplain, over 20 church leaders have said that some parents have become absent from their children, leaving them to make life choices on their own, no matter how bad they can be.
Ni jukumu ya wasasi kulea watoto wao ili kwa tena katika njia nzuri, njia ya heshima. So msasi anapolea kijana wake katika hiyo tabia ya kukisi na kuexpose mtoto wake katika tabia aina hiyo, ni hakika akiwa shuleni atahitaji kufanyiwa hivyo ama afanye hivyo, na inachangia kupoteza watoto wengine, inachangia cases mingi ya kufanya maovu, kwa sababu chanzo cha kila kitu ni jamii. Turudi kwenye jamii yetu, kama vile Mungu aliumba jamii na akaibariki na akatupea jukumu tuweze kusimama kila na wakati katika maonyo.
Speaking during a Thanksgiving ceremony at Thika Administration Police Chapel today, the leaders have said that with the advent of social media, parents should be keen on what their children consume to prevent them from copying bad behaviors exhibited on the social media platforms. On her part, Reverend Mase Wanjiru of PCEA Church Theta Parish lamented that the rising cases of homosexuality and early pregnancies in the country is as a result of behaviors that the children are observing from their parents and they end up practicing them at school and outside school.
Mwingine ndio unaona tuko na very high cases za homosexuality, lesbianism, kwa sababu huyu mtoto amelelewa akijua mom can kiss me. Hata kama mimi ni kijana, my dad can kiss me. Mimi nikiwa msichana, my mom can kiss me. Na hiyo mambo wakati inaendelea hivyo, wakati ambao wao watoto wanaendelea kukua na wanafanya hivyo watoto wakiwa shule, wanaona as if it's an acceptable behavior. Kwa hivyo wanaendelea wakifanya hivyo, na ndio unaona hizi mambo zinaenda na zinatokea. Unapata ya kwamba kuna lesbianism, kuna homosexuality, kuna mambo kama hiyo, na wakati ambao unaambia mtoto it is too late. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri tukiwa wazazi tukue watu ambao wako na mfano mwema kwa watoto wetu. Kama
The leaders have called on all stakeholders to work closely to end such vices which are consuming the youth so as to save the generation. Reporting for Newswatch, my name is Nicholas Kivite.
Thank you, Nicholas Kivite. Chapungu Member of Parliament Victor Koech has decried the poor state of roads in Bomet County. He has told President William Ruto, who visited the county, that the people of Chapungu are going through hardships, especially during rainy seasons where more than 3 bridges were washed away by floods. Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen backed the lawmaker, saying Bomet roads need upgrading.
Kwenda Chebunyo na siko kwenda Longisa. Nataka uamurishe huyu contractor siku ya leo aweze kufanya maintenance ahead of work, ndio wananchi waweze kupitia hiyo barabara vizuri. Tukimalizana na hizi Mheshimiwa Rais, hii ya Kiogong twende ile ya Chebole, kindly Mheshimiwa Rais tukuje ya Kapkwen, Olbutio, Shongiroi tufikishe mpaka Ndanai. Kwa mambo na barabara Mheshimiwa Rais, hii inchi yetu ya Chepalungu iko shida mingi sana wakati wa mvua. Nimepoteza kama madaraja 3. Mheshimiwa Rais, hawa watu walikusanyika siku moja wakatengeneza their borehole hapa Kapkesosio. Shida yao kubwa ni stima. Nimeenda kule Lake Victoria wakanipatia pesa kidogo kama 2 million. Haitoshi Mheshimiwa Rais. Waambie wanipatie 5 million tuwawekee solar iweze kupamba maji hapa Kapkesosio.
Barabara hii yenye nilikuja Septemba mwaka jana, tulikuja kutembea na hawa injia yote. The most difficult thing, shida kubwa sana ya barabara hii ni kwamba watu wa Chepalungu wako na mchanga mbaya sana, Your Excellency. Hii mchanga ya black cotton soil ndio inafanya construction ikuwe ngumu. Mimi nakuomba Rais, nikikuja kwako uniongezee pesa kidogo, tuongeze hii area kidogo, Your Excellency. Mimi nimekaa na hao viongozi hapa na hawa, Your Excellency, unaona barabara kutoka hapo Kapkwen iteremuke Olbutio iende pale Siongiroi. Your Excellency, tukifanya hiyo connection itasaidia kupeleka barabara hii iende mbele. Pia Your Excellency, hawa wananchi wanaomba tusimalizie hapa, tushike iteremuke iende Korkor, iende mpaka uko mahali inaitwa Kamkunji kwa upande wa Nyamira County, Your Excellency.
And across our borders, the first ship towing a load of humanitarian aid to Gaza has unloaded supplies onto the shore. The Spanish ship Open Arms left Cyprus on Tuesday with 200 tons of food desperately needed for Gaza, which the UN says is on the brink of famine. It marks the start of a trial to see if sea deliveries are effective after air and land deliveries proved difficult. While Central Kitchen, which supplied the food, carried out the mission in cooperation with the United Arab Emirates to deliver the barge cargo of rice, flour, legumes, canned vegetables, and canned proteins. And with that, we have come to the end of Newswatch tonight. On behalf of the whole team, thank you for watching. I'm Tess Njenga. Have a good night.